brutality is continuing to happen in Uganda, and there is a video where police officers stepped on the neck of a certain individual, BOBI WINE's car. In fact, here's the tape. That is the video that shows how the police continue to be brutal in this election period. And it is said that the person who was stepped on the neck got paralyzed, because we all know the neck has the central nervous system, the backbone. And anything that happens to the neck can have a ripple effect on the backbone. So it is said, I've not yet confirmed, that this person is paralyzed, courtesy of the brutality of the Uganda police. If these policemen go back at home and they look at what they do, how do they think? In fact, many of these people who do such things, they are just protecting a small cabal in leadership. Okay? Because it's normally these people who give out orders. In every operation, there are some civilians who come and give orders to these juniors to make these bad decisions. When I see such a video when a Ugandan is being stepped on the neck, the international community should intervene. In fact, it's even going to become more brutal as we near the transition. Because Uganda is a brink of transiting from one leader to another. For them, they want a succession. Uganda needs a transition. Uganda has a history that we never gotten a peaceful transfer of power from one person to another without a war. Since independence, it has been now over 60 years without gaining this. In fact, when General Museveni came to power, there was a new dawn. They thought that the problems of Uganda were going to be finished, because I keep on telling people that the day we shall solve the puzzle of transition as Ugandans is the day we shall have solved 50% of our problems, because they are ignored there. Without transition, every time we've moved from one president to another, we have to destroy everything, even the good that we had. And trust me, even when General Museveni goes, a bit of a civil war is to happen. I'm not calling for a civil war. I don't want it. But all signs point to that. In Sudan, Omar Bashir led the country for a very long time. When he went, do you see what's going on? Because they also never solved the puzzle of transition. And what pains him more is General Museveni knows our problems. Before he came to power, he came out to say Uganda's problem is people who don't want to leave power. And he has also been in leadership for 40 years. What are we supposed to do as a country? It is the truth. Okay? So you clearly see that as a country, we fail to solve the puzzle that always has taken us back. It is the truth. In fact, there is also a tape where BOBI WINE was introducing one of the persons who suffered police brutality, simply because he was supporting people power. He had wounds. Do you know when he goes back to his parents or his wife or his children, what he's going to tell them? In fact, here's the tape.
Ono mwana muto omusango gwe olwaleero kwambala ssaati eriko ekifaananyi kya Kyagulanyi, tunula olabe kye bamukoze mugongo. Kino kye mulaba kye bakoze to the international community. I am mumpulire njogera luzungu kati. To the regional blocks, the East African community, the African Union, the United Nations. We are in Uganda today, and today is supposed to be a campaign day, but this is exactly what General Museveni is doing to the people of Uganda. This is not any different from the 18th century in America, how they used to treat the black people. Kino tekina njawulo bwe bakubanga abadugavu. I want the media to cover this.
You have been following the campaigns in Uganda. You have been following the brutality in Uganda. You have been following the cold-blooded murder of innocent citizens. People shot with live bullets on political rallies and killed. People, citizens, innocent citizens, run over by military trucks and killed. You have been following. I'm calling upon you not to be silent. in the face of these atrocities. Please don't wait for people to be massacred and then you rise up and condemn the massacres. You saw the 18th and 19th of November 2020 when Museveni killed hundreds of people and then you condemned later. You saw the massacre in Tanzania and then you condemned later. We call upon you to raise your voices and reign over General Museveni, the drug dictator, before it is too late.
That is BOBI WINE. So you clearly see there is no excuse of brutality, even in an election period. In the previous election, at least they would allow people to freely campaign. This one, even campaigns are now becoming hard to achieve. And as we go on, even our small civil liberties are going to be scrapped because someone wants to return to power and also relinquish it to his son. Presidency should not be a succession battle. It must be a transition where people go and sell their ideas and people react on them. We cannot continue being herded like cows, beaten left, right, and center. And for me, when I look at Byabakama, I even laugh. Guy's mom doesn't give out any statement regarding the opposition, yet the opposition is persecuted, not prosecuted. As we speak right now, over almost 500 people are in jail because of supporting BOBI WINE, because the moment Robert Chagulanyi Ssentamu came out to announce a protest vote, they think protest vote means overthrowing the government. Trust me, even if there is no police brutality, if General Museveni is going to win, he can win. I'm telling you. But these people try to press us, kick our nose, step on our neck, beat us like cows, and they expect us to vote for them. This nonsense must end. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makinde, Kavya Sulaiman Mawagali. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.